What is happening, people? It is your boy Brad here. Welcome along to the Big Brad channel, and it is the day after an absolute heart-stopping, heart-wrenching semi-final first leg. Arsenal travelling away to Anfield against Liverpool, and wow, what a contrasting style and what a contrasting performance. I mean, the Nottingham Forest game, we were dead. We were absolutely dead. Just nothing at all. We had nothing at all in that game. And we just looked a shell of what we did against Manchester City. But that performance last night gets me to believe why this team cannot do this on a consistent basis where to go down to 10 men with inside the first 20 minutes, above 20 minutes, it is just daft to laugh at. Xhaka, he is such a liability. Where do I start with this man? He got sent off against Man City. We get peppered 5-0 against Man City away. He gives away a daft penalty when we're in the ascendancy against Man City at the Emirates. And then last night, he decides to absolutely karate kick Jota in the chest. He was trying to clear the ball, but he obviously missed the ball and he clattered Jota. And it is a red card by the letter of the law. He's the last man, so he had to go. But again, it threw our plans straight out the window. You knew exactly what Arteta were going to do after that. Just sit back, soak up the pressure, hit on the brake, and try and get something out of the game. We nearly did. We had a few good chances, but we just didn't have the capability to finish them. And that is exactly why I have stated in previous videos that we need a striker. And the midfield is just fucked. We're lacking names in the midfield. We need to go out there and get somebody right now. Not waste any more time. Just go after a midfielder. Last night, as soon as Xhaka got sent off, that just threw the game plan completely out the window. And we had to go into like a back three type system at times. It was like a back three. Then it turned into like a 4-5-1 formation with Lokonga sitting in the defensive mid position. Then you had Ben White switching with Chambers from time to time at right back to go into centre mid. It was just mad. It was really mad. But the performance, I've got to say, was absolutely resolute. It was brilliant. From the moment that Xhaka got sent off, we knew what we had to do. Just had to sit back, soak up the pressure, try and hit them on the break whenever possible. But Liverpool, they just couldn't create anything. They had the clearest chances. Minamino, Jesus Christ, how did he miss that? Gaping goal, it's there, just put your foot through it, don't hit underneath the ball. But he did. He completely shanked it and it went over the bar, and I was like, thank God for that. Thank God. And Ramsdale, he did make a few mistakes, and there was a chance near the end where Ben White had to clear it near enough close to the line, but it wasn't on the line, it was like in front of the line. But, the moment that we went down to 10 men, it was like a wake-up call. We just had to sit back, soak up the pressure, and just hit them on the break. And some of the performances, some of the individual performances, Ben White, he was just sensational. Gabriel, solid as a rock. The defence was just solid. Chambers, he came on for Cedric because Cedric got injured, and he just slotted in perfectly. And Tierney, solid as a rock. Everywhere was solid on the pitch. There were a few shaky moments, but obviously I missed the first 15 minutes due to the fact that not even the first 15, I missed the first 20, 25 minutes, I think it was, before I got back, and that was when the Xhaka red card happened, and I got the notification on my phone and saw that Xhaka got sent off. Oh, for fuck's sake, here we go again. We're going to get slapped something like 4 or 5-0, but we didn't. We just held out and we got a 0-0 draw, and we go again next week at the Emirates, and hopefully we can get the result. And we could get the result, and hopefully we have near enough a full-strength team, battling the likes of Smith Rowe, Odegaard, Tomiyasu, all still to come back. And Let's just hope we get the result. But let's get into the player ratings now. Starting in goal, Aaron Ramsdale. I mean, he was solid. Can't go anything about that. Few mistakes, which didn't obviously, thank God, didn't cost us goals or anything like that. But kicking was a bit off point. I mean, he was kicking it out of play more times than he was finding a target. I mean, we were humping the ball downfield. I mean, we haven't got a target man up there. I mean, Lacazette, yeah, he can hold the ball up, but he's not a man that can literally out jump or out fight Virgil van Dijk. I mean, Van Dijk is just world class, and Lacazette, he is good, but not the kind of striker you want to be pumping the ball up to. But for that performance, Ramsdale, he gets a 7 for his performance. Going to the right back position, I'm going to give Cedric a standard 5 because he just didn't have long. He got injured and got took off. So I'm going to rate Chambers now because he had the longest on the pitch. He gets a 6. Yeah, I'll give him a 6. Simply because he slotted in well, was solid. Got beat a few times by Robertson, Minamino, but he cleared up and he defended well, so he gets a 6. Ben White, man of the match performance, gets an 8. I mean, he was just solid. From the moment that Xhaka got sent off, he just switched it up. He just literally went full-on beast mode. He literally kept Liverpool at bay. Firmino, Jota, they just couldn't get anything out of our defence. They were trying to play through the middle when they should have been trying to force it wide, but instead they just tried playing through the middle. Ben White and Gabriel both snuffed out any kind of danger. But in the first few minutes, he did look shaky from what I heard, but other than that, it was a solid performance from there, so he gets an 8. Gabriel, next to him, he gets a 7. I mean, it wasn't on par with Ben White's performance, but he did have a solid game, but again, had a few iffy moments, shall we say, but again, that partnership is developing nicely, and I really hope it continues. 7 for Gabriel. Kieran Tierney, he gets a 7 as well. Just solid performance overall. As soon as we went down to 10, Tierney just sat back and defended, hardly got forward at all, just stayed in his post and just kept the right-hand side quiet. I mean, Trent Alexander-Arnold, he's one of the most dangerous crossers in world football, but he was just anonymous. I mean, they went down the left more times than they went down the right because they knew they had the chance at getting at Chambers because he's obviously not a right back in general, but they went down the left and it did work for them at times, but it didn't work all the time. But Tierney, he gets a 7 for his performance. Going to the midfield now, starting off with the red card merchant, Granit Xhaka, he gets a 0. You're in a semi-final. You just don't make those kind of challenges. And it was just rash and it was stupid and it was ill-timed. And it put us right under the cosh right from that time, right up until the full-time whistle. I mean, we were just on the back foot right up until the full-time whistle. And I mean, I was literally on the edge of my seat. My heart was literally in my mouth. Every time Liverpool got the ball, came forward, I was like, oh no, they're going to score. But we managed to keep them out. But Xhaka, ill-timed, absolutely stupid. It's time to go. I'm sorry, but we need a midfield partner for Thomas Partey who can be reliable, not going in and snapping people and going in with ridiculous challenges and such like. So Granit Xhaka, I'm sorry, but he gets a 0. Albert Samuel Lokonga, he gets a 6 for his performance. I mean, the kid's sat to slot in, and he's looked a bit shaky, a bit timid, but he did keep it solid and he did keep it simple. But we need a centre midfielder desperately, like I've said. He gets a 6 for his performance. Albert Samuel Lokonga. Going to the forward line, starting off with Bukayo Saka, he gets an 8. Absolutely ran himself into the ground. I mean, he had a stomach upset at the end. But he literally worked his socks off. I mean, he had the one chance where he got clear and Alisson managed to snuff it out and smother the situation and stop Saka from scoring. But that would have been a real counter-attack goal at its finest and also a against the run of play type goal. But Saka, for his performance, he was immense. He gets an 8. Gabriel Martinelli on the other side, he gets an 8 as well. He was absolutely amazing. I mean, at full time, he was literally laying on the floor. He was absolutely knackered. Ran himself into the ground, worked his socks off, did everything that he had to do. Tracking back was brilliant as well. So he gets an 8 as well. Lacazette, he gets a 7. Hold-up play, immense as usual. Had a few moments where he just lost the ball, but other than that, it was a solid enough performance, so he gets a 7. Going to the striker, Eddie Nketiah had to be drug off due to the red card, so he gets a 5, standard 5. Going to the substitutes, the remaining substitutes that came on, Rob Holding, he gets a 6. Slotted into the centre-back area well and did his job that he needed to do, so he gets a 6. Who else came on? Trying to remember now who came on. There was Chambers, Holding, Tavares, he gets a 5. Didn't really have much time to impact the game, and I think that was it. Trying to remember if there was one more change. Holding, Chambers, Tavares, and I think that was it. I'm just trying to remember. If I've missed any of the subs, let me know in the comments. Manager rating today for the game last night, he gets an 8. Game management at its finest. I mean, we could have gone in there. As soon as we went down to 10, we could have got absolutely slapped up, but we didn't. We held our own, we stood our ground, and we kept Liverpool at bay. And that's a very, 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 very hard thing to do, especially away at Anfield. But Liverpool fans will be complaining, saying, oh, we missed Salah and Mane, but you've got to get on with it. You've got to get on with it. I mean, we missed Thomas Partey. We could have had Mohamed El Neni in centre midfield, for goodness sake, but we're not complaining. We're not complaining. But the Liverpool fans, just because they're missing the 2 best players, they're like, oh, but we miss Salah and Mane. Get stuff, get in the bin. Just get on with it. So anyway, if you do enjoy the video, you know exactly what to do by now. Subscribe to the channel for more content. Hit that thumbs up button for me. And I'll be back with the preview and predicted lineup for the Spurs game tomorrow, all being well. Maybe, probably will be tomorrow. I don't know yet. Might do it today. I'll let you know. So guys, until next time, see you later.